When it comes to building your initial squad, there are a number of key factors to consider to help you get ahead of the curve. These tips will help ensure a strong start to the new season, whether you're a beginner or a fully-fledged fantasy football addict. Tip 5. Be cautious with new signings. Every season, some big names are signed by Premier League teams, but for every player who hits it off immediately, there are many others who need a little more time to adjust to new circumstances. In Game Week 1, for the most part, sticking with Premier League proven players tends to be the way to go. Give yourself time to assess new signings and be prepared to jump on the successful bandwagons when they arise. Tip 4. Pre-season form isn't everything. Whilst it is important to pay attention to pre-season form, it's worth remembering that this is just one of many factors we can use to determine a player's fantasy football potential. Last season form, underlying statistics, career statistics, a player's age and potential to improve, these are all important factors to consider, in addition to pre-season form. Tip 3. Cheap enablers. With a limited budget of £100 million, building a squad of 15 players isn't always easy. This is especially true at the start of the season, when it's less clear which of the cheaper budget options will be likely to get game time. A useful tactic is to stick within a rough price structure for each area of your squad. Limit the number of premium defenders and prioritise your midfield and forward options, whilst identifying the bargains and underpriced players where possible. Initially, you might want to spend the smallest amount possible on your bench, while still making sure you have some starters on there in case of injuries to your starting 11. Tip 2. Plan captain options. Although the occasional captain punt can pay off, safe and reliable captains tend to get better results in the long run, and the kind of players that you can trust with the armband usually come at a premium cost. Take the time to consider which premium captain options to include in your initial squad, whilst taking note of who your potential captain will be each game week for the first few weeks of the season. And tip number 1, consider an early wildcard. With so many uncertainties at the start of the season, such as how teams will line up to accommodate new signings, or which players and which teams will begin with the best form, it's difficult to build a successful long-term squad in time for the Game Week 1 deadline. By planning for an early wildcard, you can focus on a more short-term squad selection initially, choosing safer options and basing your selection primarily on fixtures and last season form. This will mean that your squad is fully optimised for those first few game weeks, giving you an advantage over managers who have tried to plan longer term. Once it becomes clear which players you want to build a long-term team around, you can use the wildcard to bring those players in easily, without taking hits. This will also allow you to react to those early bandwagons, deciding which to jump on and which to ignore. Welcome to Fix Preseason. Start by selecting your preseason pack, then enter a new world of statistics and tools to guarantee you a successful start to next season. Our team analysis section includes a complete breakdown of each of the 20 teams in the Premier League, with comprehensive stats from last season and our leading projections for the start of the 2017-18 season. For each squad, we provide an expected lineup showing starting probabilities for each player, score predictions for the opening fixtures, popular formations used, an overview of any current injuries or key transfers over the summer, scouting videos, key players and their projected points, a penalty taker matrix with the most recent players to score and miss penalties, and a complete database of Opta player statistics, including shots on target, chances created, and more. Fix Preseason offers the widest range of statistics, projections, and tools, all powered by our leading algorithm technology. Choose your preseason pack now and start the 2017-18 season with guaranteed success.